Stephanie from the Resilient Jenkins is pregnant, or at least that's what everybody is saying. So for the last few weeks, everyone has been suspecting that Stephanie is having another baby, but how do they possibly have the time or space for that? If you go look at her videos, she looks very, very pregnant. She has been saying for literally years that if her social media takes off, regardless of their situation, she wants to have more kids and she wants to make more babies and she does not care. A lot of Stephanie's old videos on her page, I don't know if they're still there, but she had hella videos saying that they have a breeding clink and that they want to make more kids. I mean, she was just putting toothbrushes and empty Gatorade bottles in her motel room, but wants to have another baby. What do y'all think?
After receiving 1,000 messages and many tags, y'all, I'm ready to talk about the blue baggie in the Resilient Jenkins video. I had to go do my own research because I'm going to research. I'm not just going to go off of someone else's picture, and I'm going to call things like I see them. Y'all, I hate to disappoint each and every one of you, and as much as I stay on Stephanie, y'all, that is not a blue baggie at all. As a matter of fact, if you watch Drew when he's cleaning and he moves the comb, it's a razor cap. It's a blue razor cap. Y'all, there it is right there. I found it. I had to go to my backup because Drew has me blocked, but I went to my little backup account and I found the video. I watched it. I zoomed in. It is a razor cap. You cannot believe everyone in this app because some people just see somebody else's stuff and they run with it, or some people just love to make up stuff. Y'all, and while I'm all about telling Stephanie, the right things to do in her life, I'm not going to accuse her of something she didn't do. That's the type of person I am. I'm real about things. I'm going to call things like I see them. I'm going to do my own research. And in fact, that is not what you think it is. It is a razor cap. Y'all, tell me in the comments what you think. Oh,
girl, okay, super quick before we dive in. Where are you watching from right now? Like what city, what state, what country, and what time is it over there? Drop it in the comments. I'm nosy. I want to know. Also, if you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe, turn on the bell so you don't miss the next meltdown. Okay, cool. Let's get into this absolute circus. So, listen. Rumor has it, and I mean rumor has it like the internet is screaming it from every corner of TikTok, that Stephanie Jenkins, aka Resilient Jenkins, aka whatever last name she's claiming this week, might be pregnant. Again. Like, again. And not just, oh, maybe, but the kind of, girl, the signs are slapping us in the face pregnant. We're talking emotional breakdowns that hit different. Random cravings popping off like fireworks. Drew, yes, that Drew, suddenly acting like a doting boyfriend with cookie dates. And a whole pile of little breadcrumbs that once you line them up make you go, wait, no way. I've been down the rabbit hole for days, rewatching clips, pausing frames, reading comment after comment, and honestly, I cannot unsee it. This isn't just gossip anymore. This is a full-blown internet investigation, and we're all detectives now.
Stephanie Jenkins' fake-ass husband, Drew Jenkins, not only got some girl named Sierra pregnant, 4 months pregnant already, now Desiree is coming out of the woodwork talking on live every single day for the last 2 days now. I've been watching her lives. Y'all, excuse me, this is crazy. So, hold on. Desiree is on live saying she does not want to up and remove Deshaun from Drew. But why? If you know the conditions that he's living in, why not? No shade, no hate, right? But my biggest question is Stephanie really pregnant with Drew's baby? Is Deshaun about to have another sibling living there that he's going to have to help take care of? This is insane. I just seen where Stephanie is probably pregnant also. She's been talking about it. Anyway, why have another baby while you living in a motel? I'm all for a big family, but establish yourself first, girl. Come on now.
But before we go full CSI on this, let me set the stage for anyone who's been living under a rock or just stumbled in here like, who is this chick? Okay, so Stephanie Jenkins, Resilient Jenkins Online, is basically the queen of chaotic TikTok mom content. Her entire life is a live-streamed soap opera. Every fight, every tear, every "I'm fine, we're thriving" post It's all out there, ring light glowing, phone propped up on a stack of diapers. Right now, she's living in a single motel room. One room, with Drew, her on-again, off-again partner, and all their kids. I'm talking 5, 6, 7 little humans, depending on how you count, crammed into one space with one bed, one bathroom, one vibe. Chaos. There's no privacy, no quiet, no let me just breathe for 5 seconds. It's like a reality show that forgot to hire a producer. One minute she's crying over groceries, the next she's defending Drew in the comments like he's a saint, and somehow, no matter what she posts, the internet explodes.
So the resilient Jenkins posted a cleaning video the other day and people noticed some very concerning things, so let's talk about it. Now, in this cleaning video, Drew is in the bathroom picking stuff up and you can clearly see a razor blade and some other things. Now, from the live streams, they have made it very clear that they go into the bathroom to do things. Stephanie taking her purse into the bathroom and being in there for quite a while. And then them switching off. Drew goes in the bathroom and she takes over the live. If you want to see what I'm talking about, though, I will upload the pictures to my Snap. And I'll have my Snap somewhere on the screen. I feel like on TikTok I have to be so, friendly on here. I feel like I can speak my mind more on the matter there without being flagged. So if you want to see that, go ahead and sub or add me. But anyways, yes, we knew that there was rug abuse. We've been suspecting this. We've saw it. We've seen the behavior. They're doing it.
Half the comments are poor babies, the other half are get a job, and the algorithm just eats it up. And that's the thing. Her content swings like a pendulum. One day it's raw, vulnerable, I'm struggling, but I love my kids. The next, it's full-blown circus. Yelling, cussing, lives going off the rails. She's built this brand on being unfiltered, and girl, she delivers. But lately something's been off, like way off. And that's where this pregnancy rumor comes in, because the internet doesn't miss a beat. And people are connecting dots faster than you can say hormones. Let's rewind a little, because context is everything. This isn't the first time we've been here. Stephanie has a pattern. She's had kids back to back, even when the ones she already had didn't have proper beds, didn't have space, didn't have stability. She'd post about how crowded it was, how tight money was, and then, bam, another pregnancy announcement.
It has been a whopping 228 days since the resilient Jenkins have been in the motel shelter room situation. 228 days that they've been homeless. 228 days since Stephanie and Drew got evicted from their apartment and forced all of their children into this dirty, cluttered, dark motel room. I promise she would get so much more support from people if she just stopped exploiting her children and her situation online and actually showed people what she is doing to actively get her and her kids out of this situation. There have been countless other moms on this app that have started their accounts in shelters and gained so much support from the public, so much support to the point that they were able to actually move out of the shelter and move into their own house or apartment with their kids.
And she's been open about loving it, like not just I love being a mom, but romanticizing it. She's talked about how motherhood is her identity, her purpose, her everything. And then, oh my God, wait, she straight up admitted to having a breeding kink. Yes, you heard that right. She said it casually, like she was talking about her coffee order. If Drew and I had met earlier, we'd have way more kids by now. Not a joke, not hypothetical. She said it with this wistful look, like she meant it, like she wished they'd started sooner. And girl, when you combine that with their current situation, one motel room, money drama, endless online beef, another pregnancy doesn't sound crazy. It sounds inevitable.
So for the people that come on here and literally say that she is damned if she does or damned if she doesn't, that is just simply not true. People want to support her, but she refuses to do better for herself and, more importantly, better for her kids. This shit right here just cracked me up. Because what do you mean, Stephanie? What do you mean you try to do solo time every day with each of your kids? Let's be honest here. No, the fuck you don't. Not only do you have 5 kids, 3 of which are in school most of the day, most of every day, but you're also living in one room. Like, what are you doing with the other kids? Are you shoving them in the bathroom and saying, it's so-and-so's turn right now, go wait in the bathroom? Like, where are the other kids at? I just don't believe for literally a second that Stephanie is doing alone time with her kids every single day. It's just simply not happening. But in all seriousness, What do you guys think is going to happen with the resilient Jenkins / Thompsons? Because mind you, only Drew and Deshawn are actually Jenkins. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon.
Okay, so let's talk about the moment that started it all. A few days ago, Stephanie posted this video from her car outside a food pantry. And I'm not talking a cute little tear or two. I'm talking full-on ugly crying. Sobbing so hard her voice is shaking, her face is puffy, her eyes are swollen shut. She says she's heartbroken because there were over 60 cars in line waiting for free food, and she's terrified the government might cut aid. On the surface, noble, empathetic, relatable even, but if you've been around her content for more than 5 minutes, you know her tears usually come with a purpose. Sympathy tears, attention tears. Look at me, I'm struggling. Tears. This was different. Her breathing was ragged, her voice cracked in ways I've never heard, and her face, girl, her face looked broken. Not performative, not curated. Raw, like something inside her snapped. And the internet? Paused it. Zoomed in. Compared it to old clips from when she was pregnant with Minova. And you guys, the resemblance is eerie. Same shaky voice, same sudden emotional crash, same I can't even talk vibe. It's like watching the same breakdown in 2 different timelines. And then Monty's mom, yes, that Monty's mom, went live with a few other creators and straight up said it. This is pregnancy hormones. This is early pregnancy, Stephanie.
Is Stephanie shit-ass Tompkins ever so resilient, Jenkins, Thompson, whatever the fuck her name is, pregnant? Let's get into it. All right, so before she went live, and a lot of people in my comment sections are like, did you see the live? Did you see the live? Now, I did see her go live, but I was at the doctor office with my kids, and that's more important than watching Stephanie resilient shit-ass, right? So a lot of people are speculating and saying that she is pregnant again. Again, the audacity, if she is pregnant again, that would be wild.
They pointed out how she never cries like this normally. She's the queen of I'm unbothered. She'll clap back at haters with a smirk. But this was unhinged. And they didn't stop there. Next clue, Drew. Yes, Drew. The man who counts pennies like they're gold, who gets mad when she buys diapers, who once allegedly flipped out over a $5 pack of chicken, suddenly takes the whole family out for cookies. Cookies! On a random day. For no reason. Except, Stephanie mentioned a craving. And girl, when you know Drew's usual vibe, this is not normal. He doesn't do spontaneous treats. He doesn't do, let me make you feel better. But cookies? For her? Allegedly to satisfy a craving? That's not just sweet. That's suspect. And then, oh, we're just getting started. She posts a video making a homemade Red Robin lemonade, says, I've been craving this. Not, I wanted it. Not, I saw it and thought it looked good. Craving. And the internet heard that word and ran with it.
Because she can't even take care of the kids that she has now. Another topic that a lot of people are bringing to my attention is we know she likes to garden a lot, right? And allegedly she's still breastfeeding Atlas. Isn't that illegal? I never breastfed my kids, but I would probably have the purest milk under the sun because I don't put any bad substances into my body. But if she is breastfeeding and gardening, I don't think that's really I don't think that's smart, Stephanie.
Because Stephanie doesn't just say craving for fun. She's careful with her words, usually. But this felt like a slip, a breadcrumb. And fans ate it up. They went back to her old kitty juice video. You know, the one where she mixed a bunch of weird stuff to make her downstairs smell like dessert? Yeah, that one. Back then, everyone laughed it off as TMI. Now, people are like, wait, was she prepping her body? Was this part of a bigger plan? I mean, I don't know, but the timeline fits. Let's talk fatigue, because, girl, she's been dragging. In one of her recent videos, she straight up says she didn't do her usual voiceovers or editing because she was too tired. Too tired? Stephanie? The woman who films, edits, and uploads through hurricanes, meltdowns, and motel evictions? The one who's built her entire brand on consistency? That's not just, I had a long day. That's pregnancy tired, the kind where you can't even think straight. And then there's the eye doctor video with Manova. She makes breakfast, yogurt, fruit, the works, and takes one bite and looks like she's about to puke. Face goes green, eyes water, she forces it down, says she doesn't usually eat until 10 a.m., but she had to this time.
I think people are like pretty confused about, there's like a difference between attacking the children and using what's happening to the children to point out what Stephanie is doing to them. So calling him Afterthought Atlas, that isn't a dig at him, that's a dig at Stephanie. It's very, very clear that Stephanie neglects him the most and ignores him so much. I mean, the poor kid doesn't even, she never lets him wear shoes. Like, it's just really sad. It's very clear that he's an afterthought. If you go back in Stephanie's Stephanie's content, you will see that Atlas was like the center of her life. And then as soon as Manova was born, he was like shoved to the side. So people do this a lot with stuff in general regarding like Violet showing Addie's behavior in this video. People are using it as an attack on Addie. That's not true. She's pointing out the way that Stephanie has raised them. There's a huge difference between the two.
At the doctor's office, sweaty, out of breath, huffing like she just ran a 5K. And yeah, she was carrying the baby, but girl, she's been power walking the motel yard like it's the Olympics. Something's up. Vitamins, too. She shows the kids taking theirs, but if you look close, she's popping some herself. Stephanie. I don't trust modern medicine, Jenkins. The one who swears by homemade remedies and natural healing. Suddenly into prenatal vitamins. Fans are like, she's trying to stay healthy for the baby. And honestly, it tracks.
Dish soap in the public washing machine.
I like that. Just see.
Bethany damaging more property isn't hers and it complains about the I've literally never seen anyone who does everything wrong.
And I'm gonna run it on mixed. That's $2. Second mode for washer.
Now she complains about water leaking. What a dumbass.
It's not my issue, but like, it still freaks me out.
Now, let's talk mood swings, because, oh my god, the lives. She's been unhinged, snapping at haters, baby mamas from Drew's past, even Alita supporters. One live, she's yelling, cussing, defending herself like her life depends on it. Another, she's pacing behind Drew during his stream, fidgety as hell, begging him to back her up in the comments. He doesn't. She loses it. Calls him out. On live. In front of thousands. This from the girl who spent months caping for him, calling him her soulmate, defending him against the world. The volatility is off the charts. And every time, the live ends abruptly. I can't do this. Click. Gone.
A week ago, Stephanie Jenkins was telling us how Drew's working really hard outside of the house and they want to make sure that she's got the house clean for him and ready for him. Fast forward a week later and this man is cheating on you, has been with somebody else, talking to somebody else. The crazy thing is, Stephanie, you're postpartum, so your emotions and hormones are literally going out of whack. You don't know what to do, to sit, to stay, to go, to leave. You have no idea. This man's got you so back-ass backwards that you have no idea how you're going to survive this next day. Here's how you're going to do it. And a lot of us women have already told you, leave him in the dust. You are the only one that's doing anything and everything to have in your household. You are the reason for this hotel. You're the reason for that car. You're the reason for the food. You're the reason those kids have somewhere to sleep, because if not for you, you goddamn know this, you would be in the hole outside sleeping with blankets, because this man would say, well, what do you want me to do about it? Those of us who've been through this relationship, we know exactly what's about to happen. You're gonna crash out. This man's gonna come back, pick you back up, love you again, get you pregnant again. You're gonna be right back on that same train. Instead, what you could do is lean in, have us support you, get you out of this hole, get you a house, and we will, by supporting you, will be able to get back on your feet because you make enough money financially on this app. Yet you will continue to look back in that deep black hole for no fucking reason and until you actually lose your kids and everything else.
And speaking of Drew, real talk, reports from people close to him, like his sister and friends, are saying he's in active addiction. Not the natural flour nonsense they post online, not baking ingredients, hard stuff, allegedly. They won't say it outright, out of respect for his mom and sister, but they've hinted hard. Drew's sister has liked comments. Arita's danced around it. And Drew just went live swearing he takes sobriety very seriously, spending $30 every few days on flour. He says, girl, please, if he's spending that on flour, he's spending triple on whatever he's actually using. And if that's true, while Stephanie's allegedly pregnant, while they're in a motel room with 6 kids, oof, she's also allegedly still breastfeeding Atlas while gardening heavy with all kinds of plants and soil and who knows what. Smart? No. Safe? Definitely not. But if she's pregnant again, girl, the audacity. Let's talk timeline, because it's too perfect. Right around when Desire hit her GoFundMe goal, yes, that Desire, the one tangled in Drew's drama, and Drew's child support went up, Stephanie starts spiraling. Money stress? Sure. But the crying, the cravings, the fatigue, the outbursts. It's not just stress, it's hormones, it's early pregnancy, and the internet sees it.
Yeah, and I might have seen me. You gonna show something on this food? Kidding.
Now, here's where it gets heavy. If she is pregnant, allegedly, this isn't just, oops, another baby. This is devastating. Those kids are already living in survival mode. One room, no space, no privacy, no routine. Cameras catching every fight, every tear, every shh, the baby's sleeping whisper. They're growing up in instability, surrounded by chaos, with parents who can barely keep it together. Another child? It's not just irresponsible. It's cruel. They'd lose even more. More crowding, more tension, more emotional whiplash. And Stephanie knows this. She's lived it. She's posted about it, cried about it. And still, she's admitted protection failed before with Manova. Remember the open jar fans spotted in the bathroom, the open relationship vibes, accidents happen. But again, in this? But let's say she's not pregnant. Then what? Because something is wrong, the swings, the exhaustion, the outbursts. Could be burnout, could be mental health, could be substances, could be all of it. And with Drew allegedly using the motel, the money, the kids, it's a powder keg. Either way, the internet is invested. Comments are flooded. She's pregnant. Protect the kids. Drew's lying. This is abuse. And girl, I get it. We've watched these kids grow up on camera. We've seen the good days, the bad days, the we're fine lies. And this hits different. Loki, I've been refreshing her page like a psycho, pausing videos, reading between the lines, and the more I look, the more it feels like deja vu, like we've seen this movie before, just with worse lighting and sadder kids. My hot take? If she's pregnant, it's reckless. Beyond reckless. It's selfish. Those kids deserve stability. They deserve a home. They deserve parents who aren't spiraling. But if she's not, then she needs help. Real help. Not clout, not views. Help.
This comment right here that I got off of Ms. Resilience page, talking about, I don't know how people with 5 or more kids are not always at the doctor's all the time. Let's get it together. You have 4 children. 4, not 5. You have 4. Okay. Number 1. Number 2, all of a sudden, you're at this doctor's appointment, you're at that doctor's appointment, you're at this dentist appointment. You know, I'm willing to bet the only reason why you're going to the doctor and you seem to want to post about it. What are those 3 letters again, guys? CPS. CPS. Yeah, that's the only reason why. And as I said before and in some previous videos, that's what parents do. We take our kids to annual well child visits, urgent care visits, ER visits, eye appointments, dentist appointments, all of those appointments, and we don't get on the internet and say, oh my goodness, I don't know how people with 5 or more kids, they're not just always at the doctors. No, we are at the doctors. That's what parents do. We just don't need to put it on the internet. But since someone has mandated you to go to the doctor for your 4 children, you just feel the need to tell us. Yeah, no, try again, Miss Resilience. Okay? Try again.
Ugh, I cannot with this story. It's equal parts fascinating and heartbreaking. And the fact that it's all playing out in real time with ring lights and lives and comments, it's wild. Anyway, that's the full, messy, chaotic tea. Way more than I planned, but girl, this one's deep. What do you think? Is she pregnant? Is Drew using? Are the kids okay? Spill it all in the comments. And don't forget, where are you watching from? What time is it there? Drop your city, your thoughts, your theories. Hit that like button if this had you screaming. Subscribe, turn on notifications. We're not done with this family, not by a long shot. Mwah, love you. See you in the next one. Stay messy, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the flip side.